Hello, Yellow Jackets. I'm Roman Taylor, and this is KJI News. The Science Museum of Oklahoma is looking for new volunteers for the Sherlock Holmes exhibit through May and September. If interested, call the number on screen to get more details, or go to Miss Sindall in the Science Building. Yearbooks will be distributed Friday, May 14th in the Fine Arts Building. Seniors will check out and pick up their yearbooks in front of Miss Harvey's room, 713. Underclassmen will pick up their yearbooks in front of Miss Davidson's room, 709. Students who did not pre-order a yearbook will be able to purchase a yearbook beginning Tuesday, May 18th in room 709, cash only. Seniors, if you pre-ordered a shirt, please stop by Mrs. Coulter's room this week, room 711, to pick it up. Now over to Alex Sabina.
Thanks, Roman. Choctaw High School's Theater Arts program is putting on their regional champion one-act play, The Children's Hour, by Lillian Hellman. One of the great successes of this distinguished writer, a serious and adult play about two women who run a school for girls. After a malicious youngster starts a rumor about the two women, the rumor soon turns to a scandal. As the young girl comes to understand the power she wields, she sticks by her story, which precipitates tragedy for the women. It was later discovered that the gossip was pure invention, but it is too late. Irreparable damage was done. There are only two performances, one on Friday, May 14th at 7:30 p.m. and one on Saturday, May 15th at 7:30 p.m. For general admission prices, it will be $10 for adults and $5 for K through 12 students and senior citizens 65 plus. CMP faculty and staff will be admitted free with current school ID. Reminder that temperatures will be taken at the door and masks are required, and social distancing will be observed. The box office will open at 6 p.m. nightly and the house opens at 7 p.m. The Children's Hour will take place at the Performing Arts Center of Choctaw High School. We hope you can all attend Choctaw High School's one-act play, The Children's Hour.
Thanks, Alex. Do you love Disney music? Songs from Toy Story? James Bond music? Then come and enjoy the Vocal Arts Program's End of the Year concert on May 13th in the PAC at 7:30. Tickets can be purchased at the door for $5, and teacher and staff will be admitted free with a valid ID. Now over to sports.
Choctaw High School girls tennis finished a successful tennis session on May 8th with several accolades. The Lady Jackets came out on top in several tournaments this year. Some of the accomplishments include second place at Westmoreland Tournament, runner-up at CAJV, runner-up at the Tecumseh JV tournament. Also, congratulations to the following 16 athletes that qualify for state championship track meet this Saturday. Track state qualifiers: Gabe Lopez, Kaylin Hogan, Aiden Hoover, Thomas Welch, Aaron Anderson, Jasmine Adams, Kate Brown, Ashton Clark, Elizabeth D. Gaston, Rob Ellis, Syria Green, Ava Hayward, Jace Holt, Sydney Holt, Austin Hubert, Lauren Kirk, Brennan Kirk, Chase Lewis, Aloni Lohunt, Jonathan Maxwell, Reese Meek, Hannah Simmons, Jason Stubb, Vsal Wilkerson, Vsal
Now over to Garrison in the corridors, and enjoy your summer, Yellow Jackets.
Welcome back to the second episode of Garrison in the Corridors.
Who's more attractive, Chris Hemsworth or Liam Hemsworth?
I am your host, Garrison Brown, and today we are joined by, I was going to say presidential candidate, but President Benjamin Ball. Benjamin, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am A-OK.
I think it's so funny that you still call me Benjamin Ball. My name is Ben, like on my birth certificate.
Okay, I will
It's so
continue to call
funny.
you Benjamin.
It's fun.
Tell us how it feels to finally become president.
Honestly, it's been something I've been working very long for. The past 3 years, it's been a dream of mine to be able to serve this school and really serve our community through this position.
It's been a dream to serve the school.
Yes.
Why is that?
We come from a really diverse school here, and there's a lot of potential here in Choctaw, especially both in the school and in the city, and it's something that working coherently through our student council and our community, we could really grow.
Okay, but do you truly believe that you are able to affect change as president?
I do.
How are you going to do that?
By working with community leaders, city councilmen and women, and those on our community boards in order to properly work with our community in creating an environment growing here in Choctaw.
Okay, you can continue to say work with community leaders, but what does that mean? What is that going to do for Choctaw?
I totally understand. It really is a step above because there are so many little things here in Choctaw that can be improved upon, starting here at the school. And we've got a really big school here and with a lot of potential in all of our ways. And so when we organize properly, and that's been a lot of our dilemma lately is not being able to properly and effectively organize, when we are able to put that into motion, we're going to be able to actually effectively create change through those organized events and opportunities.
Okay, what change are you looking for exactly? Because you continue to say change, but what does that entail?
Well, do you mean here in the community or here specifically at Choctaw High School?
Here specifically at Choctaw.
Here specifically at Choctaw High School, one of the issues that I stand highly for is our mental health approach. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that has been treated kind of cliche and just kind of skimmed across with posters and sticky notes. And that's one of the places where we need to really step up and actually work on what we can do for our students. The school district actually writes a $15,000 grant every year in their budget for suicide prevention, and I've never seen where a dime of that's been spent. Okay. And that's not to say that it isn't being spent. I've just never seen it effectively be spent. And that's one of the spots where working with student council and outside organizations, I feel we can specifically impact our students.
Okay. I do really like that, and I appreciate that drive to help people who do suffer from mental illnesses or anxiety, depression, anything of that nature. What are you looking to do with that exactly? Because I agree, I've agreed with that for a very long time. So what do you think that you are going to be able to do?
Well, looking back in the beginning, Light Week was something that was no school did. Across the country, there were doctors and specialists who looked at us and said, wow, that's something that schools need to do. And it's really, Choctaw created the idea, and now schools across Oklahoma do it. But those schools excelled, whereas we fell backwards. And our first Light Week was extremely successful, and especially with COVID and all our organization issues this year, we weren't really able to do what we wanted to do with Light Week. And that's where I feel we need to come in and actually get those speakers and get those industry professionals in order to effectively help our students, because there are so many disconnects there where it's one of those things that it takes a widespread ability in order to innovate and help, because it's something that you have to ease with caution into, because like you said, Light Week has been a joke before, and unfortunately that's kind of due to our resources. Our high school students aren't able to effectively speak with students and discuss mental illnesses because they're not educated on them. We need to be able to provide counselors and doctors and true resources that are able to intervene in those situations.
Yeah, I don't know what to say after that. I mean,
Oh boy,
that was perfect. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean,
oh gosh.
I want to hear something about you at the city council meeting, making an uproar on Friends of Choctaw.
That wasn't me.
Oh, okay, talk to him.
Okay.
Was it you?
So
Everyone said it was you.
that was a really funny story. So I woke up and I just went about my daily routine, and my sister, she lives downtown, but she texted me and she was like, what did you do at a city council meeting last night? And I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, some high school student made some disruption at a city council meeting last night, and the mayor was about it, and I was like, I was at home, like I was not at the city council meeting. And then people I work with, people, family, friends, people from my church were all messaging me, and they were like, what are you doing? Like what happened? Why did the mayor yell at you? And I was like, I wasn't even there. Like, I don't know who it was. But I guess some 17-year-old was at the city council meeting and got into a disagreement with Mayor Ross. And it really was a turning point for me, because I realized, like, our students aren't getting represented like they should, because we're working still. We're community leaders. We're doing our civic duties. I mean, yet just because we're not old enough, we're not of voting age, we're not getting respected in our political proceedings, which spoke to me a lot. And I invested deeply in a political campaign here in Choctaw for someone I knew that would represent student voices. And luckily he won and was just inaugurated about 3 weeks ago. But that's where it really came into me. It was like, that wasn't me, but that easily could have been me. And so that a lot of people still ask if it was me, and that week was really weird because it just kept going back and forth, and the conversation was started. And so I think it's a very good monumental turning point for us.
Okay, why do you believe that is a monumental turning point? Because you talk about, even though we aren't of age to vote and really actively spark change in that arena, what are you wanting to do with that exactly? How do you think you would like to go about really promoting us giving our opinions on those things? Because I know, especially not during your presidential run, but the legitimate presidential run this last year, there was a lot of heat around that. Absolutely. Obviously. And there were so many things going left and right, with people saying, if you are not of age to vote, you should not be able to give your opinion. If you aren't of age to vote, you should give your opinion, because it is your future in this country. And that I completely agree with. It is our future. Our children will have to live in this society that we create. What are you looking forward to doing in promoting our ability to talk about those things? Absolutely.
One of the things I think heavily that a lot of people will disagree with me on, especially those of voting age and above, is a lot of us in this room have part-time jobs, yet this country was founded on the idea with no taxation without representation. Although any 14, 16, 18-year-old or 17-year-old in this room, in this school with a part-time job, they're still getting taxed on a city, state, and national level. Their voices aren't being heard. Therefore, something needs to change in that aspect as to whether they're getting taxed or not, or getting represented or not. And one of the ways I feel it should really be impacted is speaking with our community leaders, and more on a state level than anything, speaking with our state senators and representatives in creating an effective youth board, because every state has some kind of little youth board for maybe the state superintendent of education or something along those lines. However, none of them really have an advocation board that listens to youth. And I think that's one place where Choctaw, or where Oklahoma should really start in working.
Genuinely, though, it is kind of
No, I didn't want to get deep on this, but I mean, I
Thankfully, we have just been joined by ex-president, former president, Ricky Harris. Ricky, how is it going?
It's going good. Pass the ball over Ben Ball.
Yeah. How does it feel to pass that title to Ben Ball?
You know, I told Ben and I told Jared, I said either or. I trust y'all, but I know Ben Ball's going to take her to school. I did tell him, he's a little political, I told him. So you better make sure it's fun for the students next year. Fun. Please, that's all I ask. Just make sure it's fun. Make sure everybody make sure they remember their last year at Choctaw High School as seniors next year. And I feel like he's going to do a great job doing that next year. So, proud of this kid.
Thank you, man.
Of course. Now, apart from what he says he would like to do within the community and within just Choctaw schools, what would you like to see from Ben Ball?
Well, like I say, I trust him with the community. He's already out in the community. That's Ben Ball. Ben Ball, he's a community guy. He makes sure everybody's okay. He wants to help wherever he can in the community. So that won't be a problem as far as seeing him take care of our community here in Choctaw or in the school, because that's Ben Ball. He loves the community, and he loved his school.
Okay, so you have no aspirations for him, no comments, no problems. Just that's Ben Ball. He'll get it done.
He'll get it done. Only thing I ask, keep the politics out of Stuco. Make sure they have fun.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Fun first.
I think kind of the whole point of Stuco is
Have fun.
politics, but
No,
okay,
have fun.
it's okay. It's fine.
it's in between.
Okay,
We've already dived down into politics.
Oh, yeah.
it's okay. All right.
We took
Thank you very much, Ricky.
deep dive into politics. Like
Yeah, I got a lot of
Ricky.
right here.
Yeah, you.
Y'all done recording?
Yes, sir.
You're good. Okay, over to this one. Tell us a little bit about your daughter.
My daughter. That's my little sister.
Mm-hmm.
Her name's Zoe. She's 6. She's in kindergarten. She is absolutely amazing, and her and I are best friends. I work a lot, and I'm at school a lot, doing a lot of things, so her and I don't get to hang out as much as I wish we could. But she definitely reminds me every day to enjoy every last moment, and having a little young person around is definitely something that can kind of make you realize that how problems work, because her problems are totally different than mine, and that's just kind of how the world works.
Yeah. Do you have faith in her to become a future leader of this country?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you Benjamin Bryant?
Is that the same shirt you're wearing?
No.
Benjamin Ball, come here. How do you deal with all this fame coming your way?
Oh, I don't know. It's really hard. I mean, I got to keep security with me 24/7.
Yeah, for sure. I can tell you.
Okay, just for the record, he does have security with him. Derek, can you come over here really quickly? Derek, thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. This is Benjamin Ball security. Can you squat down a little bit for the camera?
Get in frame.
Thank you, Derek. I appreciate it.
Humble guy.
Oh, yeah.
How do you stay so humble in the midst of all this insane attention that you are garnering here?
You just got to remember where you came from, remember the work ethic, and inspire others to do the same.
Do you remember where you came from?
My mom. And a hospital bed.
That's good.
Yes.
Which hospital?
Mercy.
Hey. Me too, man.
I don't like you.
All right. I think that's all we have.
Say your
Yeah.
concluding statement so we can get some.
Oh yeah, make sure to go follow Ben Ball on Instagram. Oh my God, we run a tight ship here at KJI.
A sinking ship. I'm not even a part of this class.
Please make sure to go follow Ben Ball on Instagram, BenBall84. Support his campaign to make Choctaw schools and the community a better place. Ben, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
Oh boy.
Hey, what's up? I'm Gary, and this year I was in the halls a few times. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Gary in the halls, and I'm in the halls.
Hello. Can you get it on my face, please? Thanks. This is Gary, and we're in the halls, and I'm Gary in the halls. Hey, I'm Gary, and I'm in the halls, and this is Gary in the halls. And what's up? I'm Gary, and this is the halls, and today we are in them. This is Garrison in the corridors. All right. We're back with actual Gary in the halls. I'm gonna grab your waist real low. Hey, what's up? I'm Gary, and today I am. Oh God! Thank you so much for your support to the people that I interviewed. Thank you for dealing with me on numerous occasions. I appreciate you guys very much, but I must graduate, and I pass these segments on to Alvin Modesto. Alvin, I hope you do well with this. I love you.
Bye.
That's it. That's all. Wasn't nearly as funny as I thought it was gonna be.